This is the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Concealer. So I have this in the shade 110, and I actually like to use this instead of a foundation when I want a little bit of a lighter coverage. I have a shade that's a little bit lighter, which is the shade 95, and that one I like to use underneath my eyes, but I like using the shade 110 on the rest of my face. Usually my acne isn't this bad. I really like that these concealers have the sponge tip applicator. That is super convenient. The only thing is, if you're trying to do something that requires a little bit more precision, like covering up acne spots, you might want to like put some on the back of your hand and then pick it up with a brush. But this is supposed to be an antimicrobial sponge, so if you're in a rush, honestly, you can just kind of dab it on there. And to get the product out, you just twist the top just like that. So what I do, I just kind of put this over any red spots. I let it sit for about 10 seconds, and then I'll go in with a sponge and just blend it out. Probably better to just kind of dab it. And like I said, I honestly a lot of times will just use this instead of a foundation. Like if I want to do my whole face, I've actually put this over my whole entire face and like it works. You just need to make sure that you use like a setting spray or something. I have found that when I use a setting powder, if I'm gonna do it like instead of a foundation, that the setting powder, it can make it look a little bit cakey. So I think a setting spray is gonna be your best bet with this. It's a nice lightweight coverage. So if you have like acne spots like I have today, you might need to do a couple layers. But the good news is that it is pretty easy to blend, and this product is buildable. And they have a huge variety of shades to choose from. So if you have some like stubborn acne spots like I have today, I learned this on TikTok. What you can do, okay, just take a little concealer and take like a small brush like this, and then you can put it exactly where you want it. Honestly though, like this particular concealer I think is best for evening out your skin tone. There are better concealers to be honest, but it does work. So I let the concealer sit for about 10 seconds, and then what I like to do is take just a little bit of a bigger brush and just dab it like that to blend it. And you definitely want to dab this. You don't want to rub it in if you're trying to cover acne. Honestly, like it works for covering acne, but it's not really the best. But I do really like this concealer for evening out redness, especially on those days when I just don't really want to wear a ton of makeup.